Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello. We have an old picture of the day. Wow, the old blacksmith. Insane. I think I should mark them with a date. I think it would be nice. Or with a release. I think it would be very nice to have them marked. So what I'm doing, I'm improving some of these dagger weapons. This one actually, I think has never been in the game, even if it was available. So I just added it, and I think it's nice. It's simple dagger, right? But I think it's cool. I like it. Simple enough, right? And yeah. Wait, let me switch stuff here. Okay. I'm just seeing now that this is I'm just seeing now. Yeah, and then the third one would be this one, but at the moment, also I've improved a bit this guy. I added a small drawing here, right? And I made the blade. No, I think this is probably not even the last one. Yeah, exactly. I made the blade a bit more precise, right? I think now that it's kind of okay. The bottom here, I don't know. The bottom I think is a bit weird, but anyway, I think that for now is okay. So this dagger is okay. No, we have. I see that we have a problem. Let me see. Dagger 03. Do we have wrong mapping? Oh yes, we do. Because this thing has been mapped very stupidly, only on one side. I see. So in reality, all of this is not mapped. Okay, well, we can fix it. Yeah, it's not the best to rotate it this way, but that's fine. It's fine, boys. No one will ever notice. It's okay. I think we have the same problem probably here. Yeah, exactly. All of this is not properly mapped. So we're gonna fix this quickly and then move to the dagger number 3. Dagger number 3 is a bit more complex because the texture is really bad. I mean, it's not optimized and I don't like it, so I want to fix it. I mean, if you really want, we could do this, but I don't know, because then there will be only one side. No, I don't think it's a good idea. I think we would just put it there, and that's it. Okay. Fine. Yeah, there were some parts of this weapon that were not mapped properly. And unfortunately, this is actually split into two. So, okay. Anyway, I don't want to bother with that. It's fine. We'll just consider it done. Now, the texture of this is very, very low quality. So probably we should improve that as well. Yeah, I think we should. So I'm basically doing a pass on all the old weapons and trying to make them look a bit better. Spending, you know, a reasonable time on them, not a crazy time. But yeah. It is already helping so much. It is already helping so much. You know, normal map I think is fine. Or not. It's giving it that blurred look. Due to the normal map. Okay, we can. Okay, fine. Convince me. I don't like this line. Unfortunately, that line I think is coming from the normal map. Because actually the weapon is split in two. I'm starting to get a bit of experience with this. I mean, doing like dozens of them. Right? So here the problem. Here the problem is the following: that we have. Yeah, this part, right? Because this part is actually connected to this part. So this connects to this. And if we do it that way, right? So this, yeah, exactly. This connects to this, yeah. So if we do it like this, there would be a big freaking gap, right? Which we really, 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 really don't want. So one way could be the problem is because it's keeping the delta color. I mean, it's improving it, but it's not going right where we want to go. So, or we do a full clone, but a full clone is stuff. I think it will not easily work. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will. So it's this part and this part as well, right? Yep. Yep, this part as well. So this should go here until it actually matches. Okay. And then here is the real problem, because we need this part to match with this part, which is nearly impossible. How do I even do that? So how can this match with this? I mean, it's no way. I mean, I can blend it until it's similar, but I can blend it like this forever, right? Until it's kind of similar, but I think we'll still look a bit weird. But let's try. Let's try to blend it this way and see what happens. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if we save this as the normal map, right? And we replace it, because you see this line, that is the line, oops, that is the line, right? And this line is due to the normal map being split into two. So that's the problem. That's the probleminos. Oh wow, changed a lot. It is still here. I don't know exactly why, but it's still here. I don't think I care too much. I think it's okay. I think it's less than before at least, but still it seems that it is kind of visible, but it's fine. I mean, it's not super visible. And oh my god, why are we moving so fast? And the handle is reasonable. I mean, it's not the best. This gem, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I mean, it's a very old weapon. Now it's a bit upgraded. I think it's okay. So we will use it like this. I think I'm saving it. And it's good. Okay, so now to did we re-import? Let me just check. Did we re-import the base mesh? Yeah, we did, I guess. Basically where we have the bottom mapped. Yeah. Now that is mapped. Okay. So now what I want to do, I want to go with this guy. This guy is a very, very weird map that I don't like too much, because it's actually split in multiple parts. And so this is the original texture. As you can see, is like wasting 50% of the 50% of the texture space, right? Which really doesn't make any sense. So this is a 2K texture. The only problem is that it is split in a very, very weird way, and I don't understand. I don't understand how is that possible, right? Like, where is that split? We also have a resolution issue, but we will fix that later. So like this guy, for example, right? This guy. This guy is this guy. Okay. The top. Hey, you see there are pieces of top here. This one is there, this one is here. So this one is the bottom of this one. This one is the bottom of this one. So these two pieces in theory go together. And this one has a piece of this one. Bah. And a piece of this one. I really don't understand why it is so messy. I don't know if there is a way to recalculate the UV and move the texture as well, but I don't think so. But yeah, it's very messy. This one is very messy. It's not well optimized, and I dislike it. So, but I like the weapon, so I want to keep it. So basically, the first job will be to merge. Or we just create one version left and right, because I think it should be identical left and right. I don't think there is any reason why it should be different, right? I don't think there is any reason. So if we create a version that is pretty much workable from both sides, yeah, you see there are pieces of this. Pieces of this up here, so it's kind of weird. There are pieces here. Some pieces here. It's done in a very weird way. Really not optimized. But basically, yes, this piece is the top of this. So I tried to split it, but I couldn't really reach a point where it was good enough. So I tried to split the different pieces, right? And in particular, yeah, exactly. This one is the top of this, but it doesn't fit no matter what I do, right? If I try to fit it this way, it seems that he has a different sides or something. It doesn't really fit no matter what I do. So I cannot really do it this way, right? Because that is not matching. And this line is not matching. So it's like if it's laid down in a different perspective. I mean, which to me is not even a big deal, right? I could say, because to me it's a matter of space, not of UV, right? So I could say, okay, I don't care, right? We can leave it separate, right? We can leave it separate like this, and we'll just rotate the mapping, right? And then we will delete this, which is basically the left part of the same thing, and we will just remap it on top of this. And the same for that. And then we will split this top piece. Yeah, the problem... I guess the problem is the handle where... I don't know. Or I can just decide to leave it as it is. If it's too much work. Because yeah, you see that it's mapped all around. It's mapped all around with these pieces. So it's not very easy to bring it back to normal. I think it's a bit too much of a mess, actually. It's a bit too much of a mess. I mean, true is that if I start to decimate it, because for sure we don't want it that way, right? We want it probably maximum like this. Something like that. Which at the end it looks identical, I guess. Well, it doesn't really look identical here. Let me see, maybe we can do a bit less than that. I did 0.2. I think we can do 0.21, 0.23. That is 1000. Still a lot, but fine. Okay, I think at this level is still quite a bit, but reasonable. So I'm trying to understand if I have a seam that I can follow or not, right? Trying to understand that. There is a kind of a seam. Or not. Also, I don't like too much the fact that the blade is not a blade, right? So the blade is like a very large section. I don't think I like this. So what I mean that pretty much all these guys should be way smaller. Hello, Hula. And all nothing on Discord today. What do you mean all nothing on Discord? I didn't post the I didn't post the thingy. Okay. I think I forgot. Let me see. I think I didn't post it anywhere. I'm trying to reload a few things, but it's super slow. I don't know what is going on. Today is 2nd of June. Yep. 2nd of June, my boys! Hello, hello. Hello, Old P. I'm early today. Yeah, the Saturday and Sunday is a different schedule. If you scroll down on Twitch, you will see it. On YouTube, I don't know if I posted the schedule. Probably not. But yeah, on Saturday and Sunday is different. And Sunday mostly. Sunday is 4 to 8 p.m. European time. And not in the evening, yeah. Exactly. So we are checking what to do with this weapon because the texture is super bad. I mean, it's not. I mean, it looks nice, but it is. Not really optimized, and I would say it looks a bit weird. Also, the blade itself is not really a blade, as you can see here. It's super thick, right? So this part is not really a blade in any possible way, and I don't really like it too much. So how do we fix it? I don't know yet, but I would say I mean, we will basically have to take all these guys and scale them horizontally, right? So that they become nearly zero. Right, like this. So it's more of a blade than a... Yeah, like that. Exactly. And I don't know about these guys as well, because we have a lot of side faces, which are actually fairly large as well. Yeah. Yeah, now is more of a blade. I mean, still a bit fat, but reasonable. I mean, if we want, we can also take all of this. Right? And do the same. Because it's really too fat. It's really too fat, and mainly in the bottom part is too fat. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Right? Yeah, but also in that upper part, I think it's too much. Okay, I think now it looks more like a blade and not like a donut. I mean, this part can be large. I don't have an issue. This part can be kind of large. I don't have an issue. The handle I don't have an issue with. I think it's fine. My main problem is the current mapping, right? Current mapping is weird. Current mapping is very weird. Because it's basically not using 50% of the texture, right? And it is what is bothering me. You may say, who cares? And also, I would say it's a bit low quality, right? In some part, like here, and it's kind of low quality. My fear is that if I upscale it, the way it is, all the points on the side will look super bad. We are not gaining any quality actually. We are not gaining any quality with this setting. Let's see with this setting. Not gaining any quality either, because it's like if this texture is kind of blurred, right? So it's it just does not have the detail. And so the upscaler cannot really invent it. Yeah. Now on this one, I think that we don't obtain much more than what we have. Unfortunately. I dislike pretty much everything about this. I mean, the only part that I like is really this red color with the two glimpses of purple, right? So that's the part that I like. Everything else is pretty bad. And I think in theory should be redone. And now if we redo it, I could split the handle and put it like here on the side, and I could, but I would like to preserve somehow the purple. That's what I don't know exactly how to preserve. Is there a way to save a texture contiguous? Like if I select everything on this view, right? Is there a way to save this as a texture, as a new texture? Because that will save me so much time, like insane. Let me see if it's possible. I don't think so, but Blender, save texture, save polygon selection to texture. I don't know, something like that. How to remap textures. Because basically I would like to take, I mean, I can take a picture, I can take a screenshot, I know, but it's not the same because the screenshot has, unfortunately, because basically we'll have to change the UV, right? It will have to remap the UV so that this is all contiguous. And I think this is not something that is capable of doing. Yeah, pretty much. I could take... I mean, I can take... I mean, I can take this part. I don't know exactly how to do this. Because if I got this view, right, this view is taking also pieces, you see, of this, just because they are slightly angled. And looking at the texture, right, I have I'm thinking if I can cut off this part, right? If I can cut off this and move it, right? This part, if I can cut off this and just split it and move it to another location, and then I have this part as well on top of it. And then I have the handle on the side and the other handle on the other side, and rotate this 45 degrees. And basically we will use just 1/4 of the current texture, right? But I don't know. I can also ignore it. If it's too complex, I can also ignore it. But I don't like this texture too much anyway, so that's a bit of the point. I only like the red color. So or I remap it completely, right? But remapping it completely sounds a bit of too much work. Because remapping it completely basically means marking seams, all of this, and then mapping it one side, the other side. And I mean, I can try, but so it will basically be something like this. And here I don't know, right? Because here we may want to have this piece as a separate object, or no? Like here we don't really go. It's not really a mirrored object, right? For whatever reason, it's not. Maybe I should have downscaled it with mirroring on the Y. There could have been a way, yeah. The problem is that now I did already the change to make it smaller. I don't know, I'm a bit undecided what to do with this one. I'm a bit undecided. I think that changing the texture is too much work. It's too much work. I think unfortunately I have to keep it as it is. Which is super annoying. Can I split at least the handle? It is a new dagger in the game. Yeah, it's new. It's never been seen. Yes. It's a new dagger for the game. Yes. I don't know. I'm super undecided, boys. Super undecided. Because you see that here is not really even, so I cannot even cut it off here because it's not, you know, it's not linear, right? This thing is not linear at all. There is no top. There is no top, right? And there is no middle. So I cannot, I mean, I can create a new separation there and then go maybe like this, but then here again is missing. So it goes all left and right, as you can see. It's all left and right, left and right, left and right. There is no top separation. Now here it seems that then there is again something. Here at the top, this one seems to be good again, somehow. But I don't know, because in reality the middle is this. There is no real middle, right? It is a bit to the left, a bit to the right. So in reality is like this. Yeah, because the top is actually thick. And so yeah, I could make this the seam. As you can see, the blade is really confusing. There's no real blade separation here. I mean, in theory is this guy. There is no real blades, yeah, and you see, and here we are again on the other side of the yeah, so I don't know. I think it's very messy. Or we do the, I mean, I can seam it this way, but then I think we will lose the top, right? Can seam it kind of this way, and I can add, I mean, if you want, I can add one thing here, so at least it's separate, right? By but is it a good separation? Yeah, like this, right? Pretty much like this. So there is one side. There is one side. So if I could map this one side, And then I will have to fill the areas that are more thick, right? Like this. And you see that this one side is pretty much that plus plus what? Yeah, it's a million pieces, you see? It's a million pieces. So it's a piece of this, a piece of this, a piece of this, a piece of this. So it's all pieces taken everywhere. So it's very badly made. I think it's just painted on the 3D model, right? So I think this is what they did. They just painted on the 3D model and then created the UV without any seams, and this is the messy result, right? And we have like half of the handle here, a piece of the handle here, which is probably only the middle. I'm trying to understand how can I do this. I mean, this is the easiest, right? This is the easiest part, right? So let's try to go step by step, okay? So if I do this, and then I move this, and then I export this as a separate texture, let's call it Dagger 1A test, right? If I export it as Dagger 1A test, and then I switch this one to test, right? And then I do this. I take all this. Okay, I take all this and I just move it, right? And that's the easy piece. So I just put it back pretty much there where it was, right? And this, I think, is this side of the, yeah, it's the other side. And I don't know if it's exactly where it was. I have no idea really, but it looks like it's similar. Okay, and then we take this part at the bottom and we just rotate it 90 and we put it here, right? So that now we have kind of a correspondence, right, between, yeah, now, there are a few pieces that went GG, I don't know why. Because it's possible this is not the right location. Yeah. Yeah, that is exactly the problem, because this may not be the right location for it. So now that we have this, we could say, oh, let's merge these two parts, right? Let's merge these two parts. So if I want to merge these two pieces, do I think I can? In reality, the color and the, I mean, it's very simple, right? There's nothing too crazy about it. And also I think that this is pretty much a copy of this, or no? No, it's not. It's actually different. Yeah, it's actually different. So it's been painted differently on the two sides. But you know what? I think I'm going to do this. So if I take from here, and the problem is that it's not rotated, but if I take from there and I paint it, you know, here. Now the problem will be to understand where it's. Well, maybe the only way is really to rotate it. Even if we lose quality, but it's probably the only way. So now I would like to know where is the connection. And the connection, I think the only way to know it is if now we remap, right? We remap our seam plane, right? And yeah, and this will be our seam plane. Yep. And then we export. I don't know. I think this may not be a good idea, guys. I can just leave it as it is, but I wanted to improve it because I like the shape, but I don't like the texture, the way it's done. I think I will try for a bit, but if it becomes an impossible task, I will just give up. Right? If it becomes impossible, I will just give up. So this is the actual UV of the new plane guy, right? So we definitely have a vertical problem and an horizontal problem, right? It's not matching. It's not matching, actually. Why is not matching? Why didn't do a planar? Why? Sometimes there's freaking UVs. This is insane. Conformal. Okay, maybe conformal. I think angle based. Maybe conformal. Because that one was really not good, huh? Pom 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 pom. Okay, this is slightly better. Still broken though. Yeah, it's really not. It's really not plain, right? So the drawing does not correspond to the shape of the. Exactly. It does not. The blade, kind of, but the handle is all stretched, right? The handle is all stretched. I mean, I can change it a bit here. Try to bring it back. But you see that even if I do this, the blade is not matching. Well, maybe it's slightly rotated. Okay. But it's really not. It's really not matching. It's like if the handle is way longer compared to the blade. Right? I could split it like this. Yeah, for whatever reason, right? It's not fitting. Okay. So if I have to... So if I have to consider that... I don't think this is gonna work, but let me try anyway. So basically this mountain here is this mountain, but the problem is that it's not in the same curve somehow. So if I do this, right? And here the red starts. And here the red starts. GG. And I try to fill in the red. Oh wow, it is that mouse. That mouse on Dota. On Dota music. Yeah, you see it is already not matching. No! It's already not matching. Yeah, because this is really wrong. Like, shape-wise, is completely wrong. So it's not mimicking the original in any way. It's just plain wrong. Believe it or not. Yeah, so pretty much that is the shape. That is kind of the shape of it. But then I think that here is really broken. Because here in theory should be... I don't even know. I think it should be like that. And then this two I need to kind of reconcile somehow. But I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to fix. I'm about to give up actually. I'm very close to give up on this one. Very close to give up. Because I think will not be a good result at the end. And I think that then is a kind of a waste of time, right? It will probably not be a good result at the end. Because yes. It is impossible to reproduce. It is basically impossible to reproduce. It is basically impossible, boys. I mean, I can try to fix it a bit, but it's not really going to be... Not really going to be good, that's the problem. Fuck proximity. Let me do a test, but I think it's not going to work. I think we have to leave it as it is. It's too long. I mean, it basically needs to be redone completely, and I don't think I want to. I mean, it's not terrible, right? It's not terrible, but I think it's not terrible because the metallic is helping, but without the metallic, with a lower specular, yeah, exactly, no? So that is too big, I mean, everything is wrong, right? Everything is wrong, basically. Everything is freaking wrong. In this view, everything is wrong. Because there is too much of everything else. Porom. Why this music sounds like Games of Thrones? Because it is? No, it's not. So basically this part, right? I mean, if you want to do it, this part should be fixed this way. So basically I have to take, I don't know, this, right? Decide a new point in this, which is probably around here. And then just clone it again. But considering that, yeah, the bottom is really not where it should be. So fuck. No, I think I'm very, very close. I'm very, very close to give up this part. I think it's not really worth it. I think it's not really worth it, boys. I think it's because I like the red. I like it, but it's broken. I would like to keep the red, but it's just not working the way it should. It's just not in the right spot, man. There is too much white overall, and the red is not blending well. And the gray is also not blending well now anymore. So any needs, you know, I mean, if you really want to do it this way, then it needs yeah, you can fix it a bit, but we never do what we want it to do. I'm trying a bit, but I don't know. It seems to me there is an impossible battle. Seems to me there's kind of an impossible battle, guys. I don't like to fight impossible battles. I don't. Ah, please. And then, you know, I mean, if you really want to do it decently, there should be a kind of a black line here, right? It is like making it look like it's a border. At the moment, it doesn't look like a border at all. I mean, it just looks like a... So it should somehow be border like that. And here the red is broken again. Everything looks, you know, broken. Yeah, and here the darkened part is really, really stupid. I don't know why it's going a bit incremental here. So is you see these small dots, right? This is where my mouse is overlapping. Is I don't remember what setting is that, but it's not what I wanted to do, right? It looks like we have. It seems like the paintbrush. I mean, it's due to the opacity probably, but I mean, this is not the way it should be. I think it's still too dark, still looks too fake, actually. I think it does look very fake. Hmm. Okay, let me try like this 1 second if we obtain anything or not. Let me see if we obtained anything or not. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's not bad, but if you ask me, is it good? I don't understand. I'm at opacity 5.3, right? Is it because it's incremental? Oh, yes. It's because it's incremental. I mean, I think with enough work, it can actually become something. But at the moment, at the moment, doesn't really convince me. I think with enough passes and cleanup, it can probably become decent. But I don't know. Oh wow. Oh, that's a bit too much. Ow. Damage is being dealt. Damage is being dealt here. Damage. I have the tablet in theory. I'm painting with the mouse, boys. With the mouse is a freaking insane, like an impossible job. But anyway. Yeah, I think the theory is to do one pass with the normal color and then one pass with the heel. And the heel, if you have the right tone, can really work properly, right? But if you don't have the proper color to start with, the heel is not doing anything. So is basically a waste of, yeah, like here, if I try to do like this, is basically killing it. Now, in this case, it kind of killed it in a good way. Somehow. Right? Kind of killed it in a good way. I don't know, but I don't know, guys, if it's a good idea to continue this. I think it's... in the hand of a player, she looked really much more small and just more a thing and nothing else. False. It's not like that, Wula. It's not like that. It's not like that. You may think it's like that, but it's not. Ouch. You may say, they will never see it, right? But I don't think so. I think it is actually visible. I think it is. I think it is actually visible, my friend. It is. It is. All this part is shit. I think this is still too big. I mean, this is still too big. Too big. I mean, it's the blade in theory, right? So you may say, oh, it's the blade, so it must be like that. Okay. Holy moly. Here we have so many problems. I don't even know where to start with the problems that we have here. I don't even know where to start. I think this thing is too big. I mean, there must be more red and less. But anyway, I cannot change it now, unfortunately. I cannot. I cannot change it now. Well, it was a try. I tried. I tried. Arr. Arr. I'm opacity 29, so not really very strong, but still. But still. Ouch. Huh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's slowly coming together, right? Because when we have one side done, the other side will be easy to do, right? So we just copy paste it. So we will have just a problem at the bottom. But when the only problem I have, I think, is that it's too small. The red part is kind of too small, but but I don't know. So it should be pretty much like this, and all this should be red, right? Which basically is this thing, right? Yeah, it's this thing exactly. Can I just clone it? Because this is this, huh? This is this. It's this part. So if I take this tip, right, this tip, and then I clone it here, right, all of it, and the problem is that it's not really matching, but it's not matching because the shape, but we said that we do only up to the only up to the handle, because the handle we decided to move it, right? So in reality we do only the blade here. In reality here we do only the blade. Yep. So Hula, you would suggest to give up, huh? I see. So just to say it's not worth it. I understand. May not be worth it actually, but you have to go at 2 opacity to actually get a result that is like blending properly. I don't know exactly why, but I mean 2 opacity is really little. Boys! I should stop. I don't know. Because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if I do it in a decent way, at least in terms of shape, and then we redo it in the future, it will be much easier, right? But if I leave it in a bad situation, then I will never be able to redo it properly, right? So this is pretty much what I'm thinking. Like if at least the shape is correct, then we can fix the colors later on. But if also the shape is not correct, then I mean the UV, right? Then there is little we can do. So I would like at least the shape to be correct. Now, this part I really don't understand too much, because this part is the beginning of the handle, right? And probably would be best if we just split it. I mean, if we just split this part so that this is not, or we take also this piece, because having this, you know, match properly between two different images is impossible. I mean, it's like really, really, really hard. And I don't know what I'm doing here. So you say I should stop, huh? I mean, I was very close to give up, yeah. It is like more easy to make a full new dungeon than making new blades. You think so? Yeah, maybe. New blades. Well, in this case, it's a bit more than just a new blade, but yeah. But consider the new blades will last forever. They have a very long life. Eh? They have a very long life. Also the dungeon, yeah. Also the dungeon has a very long life, actually. I still think this part is too big, but anyway. Little I can do about it. So basically what we are saying is that with this part, right, we covered oh my god. It's kind of broken. It is broken, broken, broken. Broken, broken. But now it's fixed. Now it's fixed. Fixed. Oh my. Oh my. Incredible how you make something broken and then you fix it. Incredible how you break it just to reach like 80%. Or maybe 20, I don't know, maybe 20%, I don't know. Okay, so now we basically have this remapped the way it should have been mapped originally, right? Because that is basically the thing, right? So this should have been this way already from the beginning, and it was not. And it's very bad that it was not, but it was not. So not much we could do about it. So this is what we got originally, right? And this was all in different PUC. It was all in like 20 million pieces, right? And now it's one piece. And the fact that it's one piece, it helps us because we can repaint it in the future just following this shape, right? So I can, for example, select all of this and make it green, right? I could take this now and say, oh, can you make it green, right? And before it was impossible. I'm just doing it quickly one sec. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just doing it quickly for the lols. But yeah, I could say that. I could say, oh, can you make it green, right? And now that becomes green. If it's all separate in different pieces, it's so hard to do, nearly impossible. So that is why I wanted to bring it back to a single shape, at least this part. Now, the big problem we have is the actual handle, right? Because the handle is here, right? And in theory, the handle is this piece, right? In theory, the handle is this piece, right? So if I just copy it over and move it here, but yeah, you see that the problem is that this is not matching anymore the original shape. So this is broken again, right? It is broken again. It is probably all squeezed and rotated and fucked up, right? I don't even know. It's not even like this. And now we have the problem of matching this kind of coin shape thingy that here will never match, right? You will see two. Yeah, you will see two, because now this and this, you know, are kind of, right? So, but let's say that we are in much better shape with this texture than the one before, because now I could say, wait, now I could say remap the back, right? And I could say flip it. Is it the same or no? Well, it should be nearly identical, but I guess we will struggle a bit to make it identical. There is a bit of scale. Yeah, also it's not really the same. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, it's not really the same. GG. Uh-oh. Yeah, but it start to be better, right? You see? It start to be better. The top is kind of okay, the side is kind of okay, the bottom is a bit fucked, but it's okay. The real problem is the handle now, right? But it's starting to be better, I would say. Starting to be better. The problem is this piece. I think that this piece we should really... We should really split it, because I don't think it makes sense that we have... yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think that this should be all blade. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Mm-hmm. So I think up to here should all be blade. So in other words, I don't know how to do it, boys. I copied this there, so this one I can actually delete. Let me just delete it. Let me just delete it because it's super confusing. No. What did I do? Can we have a background that is black, please? Thank you. Okay. So what I'm saying is that here, right? If we make this very, very, oops. If we make this very, very thin, we can barely see it, right? Can barely see it, right? So this is the shape, right? This is the shape. So in this shape, the green, in this shape, so if we start, from here, right? Start from here. And we, yeah, exactly. And we copy it like that, right? Maybe it's a bit too much, I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of relaxing to do this. I like it. It's kind of relaxing to paint these things. It's like doing a kind of a puzzle, you know? Like you have the pieces of the puzzle, you have to put them together. I mean, this is very similar. You're trying to, but the difference is that you have some creativity on top, right? Okay, so all this must be red. So pretty much this. Right? All of this. should be red. Now so yeah, I think there should be no, yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, yeah, it should be darker. I think it should be significantly darker, but or not. Well, I don't know. Maybe a bit here on the side. Wow, opacity too. Okay, so this piece now is all blade, right? Is all color. So if I export it, and I reload it, okay, so now all this part is all red, right? Now this handle is really bad, right? Now this handle. How can I split this and that? I have no idea. I can try. So this part, I don't know where to stop though, but I don't know if we want this or not. It's a bit uneven, right? It's a bit uneven. Well, I think I messed up. What I wanted to do this, yeah. I wanted to say, can we reach the same? Kind of. Because here the geometry is not really the same, but anyway. If I take this and I remap it, why is so broken? Conformal. I don't know why it's never doing two sides the same. I don't get it. It's never doing two sides the same. Like now this one is completely different from that one. So how can I match it? It's the same geometry in tier. Well, it's similar, very similar geometry. One is probably a bit larger because he has more sides, right? And he has a bit more here. I understand that. But it should not be insanely bigger. While what we see here is that it's very, 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 very big. No, this will never work. This will never work, right? This will never work because the shape is completely different. And so even if we have a handle there, you see, even if we have a handle here, it will never match. What the fuck? Why is not the same? I think it's not the same because we have too much side compared to this one, right? So basically there is a line that goes up like this, which is pretty much what we... I don't know how to match this side. Here it really looks different, right? So it doesn't even look this shape. This is what I don't understand. Why doesn't look that shape? Why this does not look? Because he has more triangles and so he needs to make it more round. Yeah, I know. I know. This means that this part is not, yeah. Unfortunately. Well. I mean, what we could do, we could really cut it off more on the inside, right? So to have something like this. So there is pretty much a planar mapping. And then trying to have the inside done differently, right? I think that would probably be a way. Yeah, so it is pretty much like this. Yeah, so it's pretty much a planar mapping of this part. And I don't even know if, yeah, the problem is here though. So like that. So like the bare minimum, right? Like the bare minimum. And then we destroy this line. We destroy this line completely. And then on this side, I don't know where I want to split, but probably we split from, yeah, I think we split from here. So yes, there is a piece at the top which is actually not mapped, and we will then map it separately, right? But I think this gives us a better correspondence between the left and the right. Ay, here is a mess. Well, maybe here we don't do it. Maybe here we do that. Maybe just this piece is not mapped, right? And because if I have to do the bare minimum, what is the bare minimum? The bare minimum is if I have to do the bare minimum on this side, right? The bare, well, is this, right? I don't understand too much. You know what? I think I will merge this two and fuck it. I think I don't know if I want to merge that or I want to. I don't know actually, but because it's not really symmetrical, right? This thing is not symmetrical. That's the problem, and I think it is what causing us quite some issues, right? Because this thing is not symmetrical at all, and we suffer a bit from that. Like this thing, I don't know. Can we just merge it at the center and GG? This thing is really not symmetrical, boys. And it is causing us quite some issues. I'm trying to make it more symmetrical, but you see also this line. I mean, I think we can split back from here, maybe. Because this seems to be okay to me. Maybe we can do that instead of. But it's about the same. So I would like basically this side to be mapped exactly like the other side, where the other side needs to be a kind of a similar shape. The problem is, where the hell do I go here? I mean, do I just split this middle part or what? I think it's kind of stupid. Because if I look at it from this side, right? If I look at it from this side, fortunately showing me the same on the other side, but basically will be, yeah, it is basically this, right? It's basically this line. But then this line doesn't go properly there. It is a bit of a mess, yeah. So we'll just exclude this very small piece. I don't know. Looks like we are going to exclude just this very small piece at the bottom. Because now this becomes, I think, a proper. Even if you look at from the bottom, right? Let's look at it from the bottom a second, right? If you look at it from the bottom, this one is there, this one is here, so I don't know, it seems that it's not really matching, right? Ay. Also because you see that for whatever reason, this thing is smaller here and is super big here. Why? So they decided to do the handle, which is not really symmetrical. I mean, nothing of this weapon is symmetrical. It's just a bit messed up, right? Which can be also his beauty, but we have a real problem in mapping it. Okay, let me try anyway. So here we arrive here. And then this will be all separate. Oh my god. I mean, we could in theory, yes, have that all separate, but I think it would look much better if it's a single piece. But I don't think we have a problem with the blade at the moment. We have a problem with the handle. So it's only the handle that we need to actually split. So I think that from the blade on, we can probably do this and just... and just do it like this. Ow. The problem is then that piece, you know, will become... just this middle piece will become separate and will look a bit weird. But yeah, I think that if now we are mapping, basically what I'm saying is that if now we are mapping this piece only to the handle, in theory with a normal unwrap, so this should probably look now more similar to this guy, right? It should look more similar to that guy. Hopefully. Hopefully should look... maybe not identical. There is always a bit of a rotation going on. Yeah, but it definitely looks more similar, but the scale is different. I don't know why when you do a mapping, the scale is changing so much, right? I think it's because it's non-symmetrical. Yeah, we cannot really map. I mean, if we have a drawing on one side, we cannot really. So we have to keep these two guys separate, right? Because they are not compatible. That's pretty much the problem. They are not compatible. They are not. They're not compatible. So we need to keep the two handle separate. Which goes back to the original problem of and then we have the problem of this piece, right? Which we can map. I mean, it's not a big deal, but what is going on here? Oh, because it's all the way around. Wow. And then we have the problem of this piece. Then we have the problem of this piece. But this piece I think is a bit easier to do, because this piece we just... this piece... it is only that, or... yeah, it is only that, huh? So this piece I think is a bit easier, because it's just the top of the blade, so we just select it all. And we put it like here, and I think we look fine. Or here, I don't know. think it will actually look okay. No one will complain, I guess. Huh? What? Do we have two materials? What? Test 2. Oh. Because I moved it. Yeah, but I think we can adapt it here. I don't know exactly how, but we can adapt it and I think we'll be fine. Yeah, something like this. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think we'll be fine. I think this is not a big deal. I'm very close to give up. Very close to give up. It's not working. It's taking too much time, and the mapping of the handle is a mess. Mapping of the handle is a mess. Mapping of the top is a mess. There are too many pieces that are actually broken. Yeah. I feel it's taking too much time and not going anywhere. It's taking too much time. I'm not really fixing it. This geometry is too uneven and asymmetrical to actually be mapped to something like this. The blade at the moment is kind of okay, but the top will look bad. The question is, can I keep the top? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, I'm trying, but it's not working. I'm really trying, but it's really not working. It's really not working, boys. I think the blade we are pretty much fine. The blade is not the current problem, right? I think the blade, we kind of fixed it. The problem now is the handle and a bit of the top part, right? These are kind of the two that, because the blade I think is fine. I mean, this is okay to me. You speak about changing hobby jewelry. It can be a good thing to do next. Changing hobby? What is changing hobby? You mean hobby? With changing hobby? Yeah, probably you mean changing hobby. Yeah. Jewelry? Jewelry is nice as well. You know what is the problem is that the original I really dislike. And so I'm struggling to say, oh fuck it, right? I will not do it. Struggling a bit on that. Why? Oh my. I mean, I think I can do it, but it's tough. The non-symmetry is a mess. The non-symmetry is really a problem. It's really a problem because it's creating infinite complexity, right? So like here the blade, I think we are good. I mean, it's fine. I don't have a big trouble with it. I mean, there is still a bit of dark here. I don't know why, but it's just a very small piece. Yeah, there is a bit of black here, whatever. Bit of black, okay. 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 But the problem, so or another way would be, right, that we remove the blade from the handle, right? We remove the blade. Maybe that's an idea. We remove the blade and we remodel the handle. We remodel the handle and then it would be okay because it's a symmetrical handle and we do it like in a simpler way, right? Yeah, but at the moment this part I think is fine. I think this part of the blade I think is fine. The problem is, yeah, matching these two pieces, which is nearly impossible. Also, can we just seam properly? Where do we really have this border, right? Where this border is? Where is this border? This border. This border is this border. Okay. It's kind of easy. Okay. So this is our blade on one side, right? Now Now on the other side, you see that on the other side is not really in the same spot, because like this and this and this are not matching, right? They are, I mean, if you look transparent, look, I have it. I mean, this is way more in, but this is, you know, way more as well. So it's not symmetrical at all, but fine. I mean, I could split it and make it similar. Because the more similar, the easier it is for us, right? Look at how crazy this thing is. I think I will start to split it so that we can have a seam that is actually we can have a seam that is a bit more similar to the other side. The more similar, the easiest. Right? But yeah, you see, like, for example, here, you know, it's going higher. I don't know why. So we have some extra vertices here. But I think that now will be like reasonable, right? Yeah, it's kind of reasonable. Irreasonable. We still have this to map, and but I think the blade is reasonable. The problem is really the handle. The handle, I don't know how to fix it. Probably, I mean, one way to fix it is to have two, like they had in the original material. So here they had two separate handle, right? And maybe that's what we need. This means that I will have to leave this as a 2K texture. Well, 2K now. We will go down 1K for sure. Well, basically, I think that this guy can be then here, and this guy can be here, right? And then we can have just some small piece, and then we can cut the texture in two vertically, right? And that would do it, I guess. Think so. And here at the top, we will have all the remaining pieces. Okay, let's try to do it. I think I'm reaching a point where I mean, the split is not too bad. The seam is not too bad. It will be hard to match the two sides, really. I think I will seam it here, because otherwise it's too long. So we unwrap this, we scale it, rotate it, and put it like at the top here. And then we do the same with the bottom one. Wow, this one is super long. Holy. Holy. Well, maybe this one we really keep here. Why so long? No, 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 no. It's so long because it's all of that. Yeah, okay. Then we have some missing parts like, okay, this is there. Okay, so that's not an issue. Why we still have this? What is this? Ah, it's probably this part. Yeah. No. Is this part? No. Is this part? Yes. Okay, it's just that small piece. Fine. Fine. Unfortunately, this one doesn't fit any good. This one doesn't fit anywhere. It's just kind of annoying. It doesn't fit anywhere. Well, it can fit like this. So we have two handles. Okay, fine. I'm starting to be fed up a bit of this weapon. Starting to be like, fuck this weapon. I mean, I like it, but... And I selected it and I like it, but I think it's causing us so much trouble. Causing us so much trouble. Okay, so what we need to do, we have the blade here. What we need to do, we need to move away everything else, right? Because we don't need it. And just map the two handles on those two handles. This is what we need. So we have to move this guy out of the way. We need to move this guy out of the way, because it doesn't exist anymore in our new world. And I can also hide it, by the way. And then we need to get this guy that is really bad. I know it looks like is, but this is the original. So we take, and then maybe we can repaint it. But for now, we take this guy and we need to adapt it somehow to this. Right? I don't know how, but we need to adapt it to this. We need to adapt it to this. So we scale it, we repaint it, I don't know what we do. But this needs to be adapted to this thing, right? So most likely, yeah, we're going to repaint it completely. Because it's really bad. Because it's really bad. And then we take the same guy, we duplicate it, we rotate it, whatever. What? We We rotated this way, right? And yeah, it's completely wrong. Yeah, I know. It's completely wrong. It is. It is completely wrong. It is. Okay. It is. It is. And and we painted. And we painted somehow, some way. I don't know how, but we will. We painted following the freaking thingies. GG. Is it really that different? Oh my god. It is. It is. Wow. Anyway, we painted, we painted, we painted. We painted, we painted, we painted. What do we do? That's another layer, huh? Fuck. We painted, we painted, we painted. No. We painted, we painted, we painted. Okay, and now I think this will take me 2 more hours or 3. Fuck. No, maybe not. I don't know, I think it will take so much time. So much time. I could also paint in Blender in theory, but I don't have the same capabilities of healing and everything else, so it's not really possible unless there is, you know, a better system. But yeah, you see that here, right? So I mean, what we can do, I mean, I can try to paint, right? I think there is a way to texture paint. Didn't use it much, but basically you can copy a color and start to texture paint, and it will go into the proper UV. But I think that what you have draw. Let me see. I didn't use it much. Soften. You have smear. You have clone. You actually have clone. You have fill. You have mask. Oh wow, you have clone anyway. And you have annotate. So okay. So if I do clone, okay, let's try. If I do clone of this, right? And I clone exactly this point with this. No. How do I clone? Clone. Shift spacebar. No, clone. Huh? It's not painting. Wait, maybe I need to go in this mode. No. Cannot go in this mode. Clone. Texture mask, no. Stroke, fall off, cursor, brush, strength, radius. How do I use the clone, boys? Zoom view, pan view, set 3D cursor, select. It's not painting shit. Why is not painting anything? Let me see if I do paint. Paint. Maybe because I need to have some faces selected. He has a mask of faces. Seems not. Text draw. What is text draw? Text draw. What is the opacity? Do we have the opacity? Value 1. Saturation 0. Let me try saturation 1. Oh no, but saturation 1 is... Is he painting something at very low? No, it's not doing anything. Any one of you knows how to use it? Symmetry options, bleed, editor, advance, effect alpha, color palette, color peak, gradient, blend, mix, add. Bro, it's not doing anything. I have everything selected in terms of faces, but if I go in edit mode, he exits from the paint, so that's not the way. Add, mix, radius 50. I mean, I can go more, but it becomes as big as this. Strength 1, right? Brush effect alpha. I don't care about the alpha actually. Texture mask. I don't want a texture mask, so no mask, right? Mask off. Mask mapping tiled. Pressure mask angle 0. Stroke method space. Spacing 10%. Dash ratio. Oh my, there's so many options, bro. Maybe I need to select the proper texture. I need to select the proper texture. Okay, well, that would be a start. Okay. There was the wrong texture at the top. There was the wrong texture at the top. Okay, if I do clone now, can I clone... can I clone this? Seems he's actually cloning it. Does he start from the... This is actually pretty good, huh? Now, it's not good, but... Yeah, it seems that he's starting from the... Yeah, it's not good because we have the... But we can retouch it, right? So we can basically paint it a bit and then retouch it in GIMP. Yeah, the point is if I do it like that. But it's good, huh? I think it is kind of good. I don't know exactly how he does the... But anyway. Like if you do one side equal to the other side, is looking a bit weird. Huh? And yeah, we will repaint all of that, but it's just to say... Here GG. Here GG, boys. I mean, here probably I can paint it with colors, right? Because if I go normal draw, can I pick a certain color? No, I'm painting. How do I pick a color? The only way is to do it this way. Okay. And then when I'm here, okay. But this is very, 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 very strong, right? So the strength is 1. I think it's not a great idea. Fall off is like that. Radius. I mean, it's doable, but definitely not easy. Right? Also because you have to switch. This one is easier if I do it in GIMP. Definitely easier if I do it in GIMP. Hello. Hello, who joined? Hello, John Costello. Hey, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Hello, hello. We are working on some weapons, and I'm trying to actually do some painting in Blender, which I'm not really used to, but I'm kind of trying and see what happens, right? Trying to see what happens, yeah, exactly. And at least I think this can be anyway a good idea to give the initial shape, right? I think for the initial shape is actually pretty good, because it's going to paint on top of the actual UV texture, and you can see it. You can see what it did. Sometimes I don't know if it's because it's the perspective. Could be. Like for example here. I see. Yeah, I think it's using the perspective a bit. This is really problematic here, because we don't know even. I think here we have a geometry problem, right? This geometry is really fucked up. I think that's the issue. So it's a geometry problem, not a. I think the clone is helping so much. The clone is helping so much. This part is completely broken, because it's not matching, the right is not matching the left in any way, right? The only part that is okay, I think, is the blade. Everything else is fucked. It's pretty cool that you can do it anyway. Just the idea that you can, do something like this is very nice. You can actually paint in 3 days. It's pretty cool. Okay, this part is completely broken. Okay, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens if I save it now. Here, here will be kind of fun to fix it. I mean, I don't even know where to start, because we need to match, you know, the bottom with the top, and they are not originally matching, so we have to like I don't know. I think it's kind of hard actually. It will be very hard to match this two and match the top, so there will still be a line there somehow. Okay, and this is completely fucked. Okay, let's see what happens if I... Let's see what happens if I save this. Yeah, because if I go here now, you see that actually painted stuff, right? So if I do a save as 3D paint, let's call it 3D paint for a second. So we open it in another view, right? .3D paint, okay. And of 3D paint, I then need to copy basically this layer, right? Exactly. So these are the UV of my now. Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of wrong. Yep. But this part has been painted somehow. I see. Yeah, and this part is completely off. This part is completely off. Yeah, but it's definitely easier to see, right? Yeah, it's way easier to see. So like, for example, we see that this now is matching with this. So yeah, I think it's definitely easier somehow. Now, can we fix it? I don't know. But I think it would be way easier to do it this way than... I mean, after you have set a bit of the... Problem is that this is all broken, boys. After you have set at least the boundaries, right? The problem is that this texture is really shit. That's the problem. I mean, even if I try to fix it, I think it would be hard to fix anyway. I think I need to repaint it. So that's what I have to do, right? I need to kind of repaint it. That's the thing. I think this needs to be remade, but I want to reach a point where is at least reasonable, right? Maybe it's not nice, but it's at least reasonable, and we can put it in game anyway. And then some of you, right? Some of you will help me, and we'll fix it, right? Some of you will say, "Oh yes, I really want to do this. Please, I have a great idea for a weapon skin." Fuck, that's basically impossible to fix. That is impossible to fix. Okay. Well. See, we are removing all these weird parts. But yeah, will probably be easier to repaint it. I understand. But now that we have the boundaries, it's so much easier. Because I know what I'm working with, right? I know what I'm working with. So basically I know that I want this to be like this, right? Yeah, and as long as it's not broken, I think we are good. Yeah, I think without the texture paint, probably we couldn't do it. But with the texture paint, I think we can. Yeah, I just want to remove the extra bits so that we don't get confused, right? Or what we have to paint. Now here the problem is how to center this into the proper handle. So basically this guy will have to go down. So or we completely repaint it. So we take like a coin picture, right? Like how do we call it? Like it is like a hilt. We can take it from his sword hilt. And hope that we find something, right? Which can be, I mean, even that one that was shown. No. Which can be. How do you call that thingy? Yeah, an emblem like this, right? Pretty much. Yeah, like this, for example. It's not bad at all. Why they are not? Why they are not exactly vertical? They are very, very small though. They are super small. They are super small. Fuck it. But we can upscale, right? We can upscale. We can upscale. The problem is also the color. Yeah, the problem is also a bit of the, yeah. The unlucky part is that the color is pretty much identical from the background to the... So if they put it on a freaking white thingy... No, they put it on a beige, obviously. Okay, let me see here. Maybe there is another one. This guy? There are some good ones here, actually. And there's also higher resolution. Like this guy? Or this guy, or this guy? I think I like more this guy. Or this guy? They are all pretty nice, actually. Or this guy? Okay, this one should be easier to select, hopefully. I mean, apart from the 76. Yeah, it's definitely much easier. It's definitely much easier. Okay. So we have a shape, right? We have a shape. Which is nice. It's still a bit broken, but I think it's okay. So we have a shape, right? How big is the shape? Well, it's not too big, but so now the question is, with this shape, do we want to make it? Do we want to make it another color? Do we want to make it another color or no? Now the background, right? The background. I think we need a. I think we need a background. I think we need a coin-like background, no? I mean, this thing needs to be surrounded by something. I don't think it can be. No. I think this thing should be surrounded by a kind of a circle thingy, no? And so the circle thingy needs to be what? Needs to be needs to be needs to be. I'm trying, boys. I'm trying to create something, but I don't know if I will. Select shrink 2. Select shrink one more. Stroke darker. Well, yeah, somehow, yeah. Okay. Now. Holy shit. Okay. What do I need? Oh my, I can change this? Oh my god. This program is becoming better and better every day, bro. That's insane. Yeah, now the issue is that this thing is kind of... The issue is that this thing is kind of broken. This thing is kind of broken, boys. Stroke selection with... Let's try to go 6, even if 6 is really a lot, but I'm just trying to see if I can... well... Probably better. Let's go 3 black. Meh. I think we destroyed it a bit. Why? Why we destroyed it? Well, we destroyed it because the blend was too strong. The blend was too strong. Fuck. I wanted to do it outside, right? Not inside, because if he does it inside, is a mess. I would like him to do this, right? Not to do it inside, or I do it manually, but it's going to take me a bit, right? I mean, I can do it manually, but it's kind of annoying. I want him to do just a bit of a stroke outside. Right? Like this. Well, maybe that's too much. Just on the borders. Right? So that it looks like there is a bit of a shadow. Because otherwise it's too clean. I mean, I know it will be very small. Yeah, I know. Still. I don't know, maybe it's enough. Ah! Why the border is so fucked? Okay, I think we will go with this. Even if it's not fantastic, we will go with this, boys. I cannot spend more time on it. I cannot spend more time on this. It's okay. We will just call it. We will just call it done. Whatever. Yeah, I would like to do some highlights. Yeah, I would like, but it's too hard. I would like to do some highlights. The problem is that the opacity is too much, the spacing is wrong, the randomness is not there. So everything is not the way it should be. Maybe now. Maybe now. It's too strong. It's too strong. It's too strong. 17. It's too freaking strongerinos. Two strongerinos. Okay. Done. Okay, done. This will be our symbol on the thingy. Okay. Can we have here a bit of a shape or something? Why is it not working anymore? Because dark with a lot of opacity, it results in nothing, huh? I see. I'm changing it all, I know. But it's because I realized I wanted to have a bit of a shape here. Instead of just something that looked like a keyhole, right? There was like, why? Okay. Let's say that this is something. Ouch. Doing damages. Let's say that this is something, right? I think it looks okay. I mean, it's probably not the best, but So yeah, the question is, can we apply this shit to our right? Not this. Can we apply this to our weapon so it looks like a better? Now the problem is where, right? Because the where I have no idea. I think it should be pretty much there, yeah. No. I think it should be pretty much here in the middle like that. And here in the middle like that. Right? Ah, it's the opposite way. I don't care. I really don't care. So I think we're going to redo this thing completely from scratch, bro. Maybe not. So if I yeah, the problem is the position. It is a bit of the actual 3D, because this thing is, I mean, it's super small here, it's super large here. I don't know what is going on. Why the size is completely different? I don't know, it looks similar here, but it's probably not, huh? I see. The symbol is not bad, but the mapping with the geometry is really bad. And also this part is kind of fucked up. Like the ending, the ending is not the ending in both cases, right? So it seems that the two weapons are not ending in the same place. Yeah, exactly. They really are not. So, and it is messing up our life so much. So I think I have to do this, even if this will break the UV so much, but there is no way for me to do it differently. So this will really fuck up a bit the stuff, but why is not changing anything? Okay, I think it's not, because it's just in the darkness. But yeah, this will pretty much be it. Then on this side, right, we need a I mean, this part is super broken. This part is just totally broken. GG. Wow. Okay. Okay. Also, I don't know how much this part goes on. I mean, if it goes more than this or not. I'm trying to go quick, but it's not quick. It's not. There is nothing that is quick about this work. There is nothing quick about this. Nothing. Completely nothing. Pa-pa-ra-pa-ram. Pa-pa-ra-pa-ram. Oops. Yeah, the healing is not very good on the angles. I don't know what to do here, meaning... Here we are really missing a piece. Here we are missing a piece. I think I went too close, right? Here we are missing a piece. That's the problem. We're missing a piece, but... Yeah, we're missing this piece. So... And also I feel that... This should be more flat, right? If we want that to be looking good. Yeah, the fact that nothing is symmetric is annoying. I know. Nothing is symmetric. Nothing is the same. Yeah, it's not. But the fact that we are cutting this off here, I think is a bit too much because we cannot have a real border. Or, you know what? We do the border like that. Yeah, let's do that. We don't do a border, we just do a blackness, right? It's just going into a blackness, yeah, which I think is better. Now, why here is so big? Why this is so much scaled up compared to this? It's a matter of the way it's designed. I don't know. It's not easy to fix, guys. It's not easy to fix. It's not easy to fix. It's not easy. So this we will just make it black, because we cannot do it better than that. So it will just be black. If we want, we can have a bit of a red starting again, but this will just go black. That is very low quality, I know, but not much I can do. Meh. I'm searching a similar piece, but it seems there are no similar pieces. Well, this one's not too bad. This one is not too bad, actually. Now, I mean, it's improving, guys. It's improving, but it's improving very slow. That's the problem. And the fact that these two things are not the same scale bothers me so much. I don't understand how it's possible because they look very similar, right? So this side, I don't know, but it is really way bigger on the other side. So should I just reduce it? Maybe I should just reduce it. Which one was the one? It was this one. So basically what we are saying is that this symbol, right? This symbol should be smaller. This is what we are saying, huh? Okay. I can do that. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, guys, but I'm trying. Opacity. I think up to here we can, because the UV, yeah, UV has that piece, so we can go like up to there and... Ouch. No, it is not fixable. Okay, so let's say that it is like this. So if it's like this, how does it look? Does it look any better or not? And I think I starting to really finish the time, so I think we have to stop this. Okay, I think it looks more reasonable. The problem is this part, right? This part is completely broken now. So it needs to, basically what we don't see is this thing, because it's connected to the red part that is actually here. And yeah, there is a bit of darkness, but the problem is the transition is so strong that it looks broken, right? Is it this transition or is it this transition? I think this one is this transition, this thing. I don't know. What? It's not here? What do you mean it's not here? Huh? You joking? Ah, it was image editor. Yeah, the problem is this handing. Problem is this ending. Oh my god. Or we put this piece together here and we close the circle. That piece is this piece, basically. This piece is that piece, so we will have to take this and like put it here somehow. I don't know how, but which I guess is one way. I mean, it's slightly better, but still broken, right? And this part here is really too much darkness, I guess. Which is this. So, I mean, we can color it in red, so we can use the same red that we have there, and we can put it here. It's not much, but it's this part, right? So we are saying that this part should become red like this. I don't know. Can have a kind of a red shape there, and maybe we can just oops, maybe we can just tone it down a bit here in the connection, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this I can 3D paint. Yeah, maybe it's easier to 3D paint that part, actually. Yeah, I kind of did it though. Kind of did it, yes. Because I think it's too much. Yeah, maybe we can 3D paint it. I think we can 3D paint it. Texture paint. Clone. Well. Was kind of a good idea, but then he went to shit. It was a kind of a good idea. Okay, I mean, if you can do it like this, I think it's good. I think there are some parts that we can really 3D paint. Right? Why not? Seems to be working, actually. I just have to find a good spot to take to use as a source and okay. No! The last piece. Fuck. Why? I went too high. I wanted to do too much. I don't like it. I like the 3D paint anyway. I think it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I think the blade is kind of fine. The symbol is kind of fine. Everything else is shit. Right? Everything else is really, really bad. Everything else is like super bad. And I don't know how to fix it actually. And I don't know how to fix it. I think we have to redo this handle completely. I think this handle is one of the worst handles I ever seen in my life. In terms of everything. Fuck. In terms of pretty much anything. One of the worst handle that ever existed in this world. One of the worst of the worst of the worst things that existed in this universe. Oh my god, what is going on here? It is not even fixable. It is not even fixable. Okay guys, I'm approaching the time where I will just say, fuck it, it is the way it is. I'm very, very, very close. I'm very, very close now to say, fuck it. I don't care. I'm very, 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 very close. I'm very close to say fuck it. I'm so freaking close to it. Oh my god, what is this? It is all broken.
Just do it!
Do it! Exactly, just forget about it. In this case, it's not just do it. In this case, it's just forget about it. Just forget what you did. Just forget what you did, because what you did was shit. Just completely forget it. Just completely forget it. The only good thing is the background music. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, the only thing that I can do now to make myself feel a bit better is that at least we saved 50% of the texture, right? So if I take this image now and I just cut it off in 50, right? So I just do canvas sides with 124, right? And I resize it, right? You see that it's like this. So at least the texture is 50% less annoying. Well, it's 50% less. And so at least is a smaller texture, right? At least. The only thing I have to do then is to scale the UV, right? Properly, but that's easy. So now it's all fucked up. I mean, it's normal. But now we take all our UV and we just scale it on the X by 2 with the center on the 2D cursor, right? Which hopefully is in 0, 0. Right? So this should be identical to what it was. And yeah. Oh my god, how much do I hate this handle? You have no idea. Okay, I think I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I did the best I could. The handle is shit. You know what we can do for the handle? We can copy it from the, because we had another. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I think the problem of this is just the resolution. It just looks bad because it's bad resolution, right? So it's looking bad. Is Can I overlay? Can I overlay? Can I overlay this? Just to give him some pattern. I mean, I'm not saying to overlay it as I'm not saying to overlay it as a color, right? But I'm saying, can we overlay it as a pattern, just to give a bit of a crispiness, because at the moment it's so bad. At the moment it's so insanely bad. This was the original texture, by the way. It's not mine. It's not mine. And then we will have these pieces. No! Oh my god, I want to die. Can we just give it a bit of crispiness, a bit of something that it doesn't look completely blurred, like a tornado went through it? Like a tornado? Like a freaking tornado. So can we overlay on this, right? Our guy or not? We don't have enough of our guy. No! Okay, well, that's easy. We can create... No. We can create new, right? 124, 248, 248, right? And then we just paste with pattern this, right? And then we copy this and we put it, so we delete this layer. We put it on, I'm losing the selection. No, save selection right now. Save the selection right now. Okay, thank you. What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Why you never put it in the right spot? Again now. Okay now. So channel to select. I think I improved anyway a lot in this in using blend, in using GIMP. I think I really improved. Okay, you know what? I think this is even better probably than the freaking shit that is there. We can probably even try to just use this one instead of the mess that we had there, you know? You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. The only thing I'm gonna do is probably to make it red and then... Wait. Bro, please. What is your problem? We have this selected, okay? We can paint on it? No, we cannot. Why we cannot? Because it's inverted. Okay, we can paint on it now, right? So we have it selected, please. Please, don't be annoying. Oh, okay. So, I think we can just make it more on the darker side. Like this, maybe? Yeah. I think it is much better than this shit, right? And there is no comparison. Okay, let's try like this. Let's try like this. Let's try like this. Yes. Yeah, we have a problem here, but okay. You know what we can do? But we have to be careful. It's not very easy. Well, I can do it anyway. Fuck it. Can do this. I can do this. And so it will just look dark, and so it will not look stupid. Right? It will look like there is a separation between... which is okay. Now here I don't know. Because here the problem is... Here I don't know, but in theory, yes. In theory the same. I did a bit too much there, but it's fine. Yeah, something like this. So it looks a bit less stupid. Right? So now... I know that at the end I have to redo it completely, but... I know. At the end I have to redo this completely to make it look decent. I know. Yeah, at least he has a... Oh my god, what is this? What? Huh? Why? What? What the fuck? Why? Okay, I cannot do it there. Oh my god. Oh my god. This thing never finishes, huh? This thing never ever finishes. There's no end to this mess. There is no end to this mess. Okay. 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 I like painting 3D. I really like it. There is no end to this mess, I know. Okay. Do I like this weapon? Well, I don't know. This thing never works. This thing never works. How do I copy the channel? I cannot. It's not. Bah. What to say, boys? What to say? I think I exaggerated a bit in deciding to change this weapon. I think I exaggerated a bit and I just went a bit crazy and now, okay, now the handle is okay, the symbol is nice, the blade I think is fine. The problem are really these parts and this part. I mean, this is really super bad. I don't know how to say, but it's really beyond shit, right? This part is really beyond shit. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I will have to basically redo it, right? But it's really bad. Because it's just blurred, right? It's just super low quality and bad, right? You have seven minutes. I have 6 minutes without a game. No. Okay, we can. Okay, you want to see it in game? You want to see it in game? Okay. So to see it in game, what we need to do, we need to put it in 000. Then we need to rotate it so that the positive Y is this. The positive Y is this, right? Yeah. So we have to rotate it on the Y 90, minus 90. We have to rotate it on the Z 90. And now it's on the positive Y. And then we have to move it up, you know, so that the middle is the middle. Now we also need to understand the sides, because I have no idea what is the current size of this thing. It should be maximum, I would say 40 centimeters, around that. So let me see the sides in the remaining 7 minutes. Wow, that is 1 meter. Okay, that is obviously not correct. So we will scale it 0.5 and do it again. I think now it's still too big, but that is 49. 49 is a bit too much. So we can probably try to scale it 0.9. 0.9. So now we are at what? Now we are at 44. I think 44 is acceptable. It's still a bit big, but yeah, probably we'll have to scale it down. Okay, let's try like this. Let's try like this. So we will export it. FBX, dagger 04, selected object, edge. I will redo the back anyway. I think I don't like it. But anyway. Look at this beautiful guy, huh? Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so we import daggers. Yep. Import dagger 04. Dagger 04. Okay. Import skeleton. What? You crazy? Does he have Okay, there is our dagger 04. Now we have to import also the texture, which is dagger 04 3D paint. Yep. We will put it here. We will rename it _T because stands for texture. Then we are going to copy this one, for example, which is good. We will call it material 04, right? And we will change. Okay. And we will, at the moment, just remove normals and roughness because we don't have it yet. And we will put our dagger 04, right? And we will then assign dagger 04 to dagger 04. Great idea. Okay, so there is our guy. There is our guy. So if I drop it, let's remove 1 second these other daggers. If I drop it in, drum roll, and I move it this direction and 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 this direction. Well, I mean, I think it's not too bad. I think I like the shape and I like the red color. And I think that at the end, you know, yeah, this part is really bad. But anyway, the handle is fine. The symbol is fine. The blade is kind of okay. These parts are a bit messy, but who cares? I mean, I think at the end is okay, boys. I think at the end is okay. I think it's 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 fine. Now, would you make this one a bit bigger or not? Like 1.1? I think 1.1 is kind of doable. I mean, considering is because you know what? It's true that we calculated 40 centimeters, right? Like this ones. But the problem is that this one is very, he has this and he has this, which are making the blade look so I think at one, this is one, right? I think at one is I don't know. Maybe it's okay. So hard to move in Unreal when you are so close. Do you want it bigger? Do you want it smaller? Because you see that these two, this is the kind of the reference, right? Do you think it should be like this or like this? Like this seems a bit too much, huh? Let's do it. Let's do a kind of a one. Or we change them all. Or we change them all. Because this one is actually very thin, right? I think making this bigger, I mean, in theory I could, right? I could do like 0.2, so, but it becomes like a small blade. I mean, it looks like a short sword, right? Which is not what I want. I think it's okay. It's a dagger and it should be small, huh? Okay. So one. Okay, so I think it's done, guys. It's done. So what we have to do now is to take 1, 2, 3, and think if we want to have a 4, right? And put them in our table, right? The table that we were using yesterday, right? The skin table, and associate them to the dagger so that when we have different things, it will actually work, right? Different things. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. So I think I'm gonna go. So thank you for watching. It was a bit of a painful session. I think at the end the skin is not too bad. It just needs this part to be improved, like this one. I mean, there are just few parts to improve, but it's not too bad. Yeah, we can also have more skins. So if you want, I can send you this model and you can create a new skin, okay? In case you want to help, I can send you this model and you can create a new skin on top of it. So good evening. I will see you tomorrow evening at 9:30 p.m. European time. And meanwhile, if you want to click on follow, please do it. It will help. And if you want to click on subscribe on YouTube, please please do it because it helps as well. And that's it. Goodbye. Bye bye.